AYO, it's Daeni, and welcome to another Witch Watch Wednesday. Today, it's an emergency. Now, you might hear the family in the background, so don't hold that to me. But I just want to share with you a watch that I've had for a while. I gave it the run, like the, what's the word I'm looking for? Trials. About a week or so. And this is the Seiko, well, I'm wearing it, the Seiko 5 Sports. Not the newest, but they do have this is the chosen, so they have a collaboration with One Piece, for those of you who know that this is some type of cartoon or anime. And this is the platform they chose to go with, the 5 Sport platform. Not so much the 5 Sport, but this particular platform. So it's very popular and it's affordable. It's some low to mid-range level watch, but it kind of gives you the aesthetics of a high-end watch. There are versions of this that are more expensive in the Seiko lineup, but this watch right here is pretty nice. Now, what are my first impressions? Looking at it, you would think that it costs more than it actually do cost. I'm saying you probably would think that you're going to spend around $500 for it. But no, the watch is modestly priced at a reasonable $295. So, if you're in the market for a watch and you need it for an event, no one's gonna know the difference because of the emerald green to silver. This specific color, for me at least, that's what did it. They have it in different versions with the leather band and all these and all that, but I don't really care for that. So first impression is I think the face is actually beautiful. It's a beautiful watch. You know how I feel about the clasp at the back. I'm not really a fan of the giant clasp, but I'll tell you why why I purchased this watch. This is not sponsored by Seiko, by the way. This is me, my money. I paid for this. So, I technically own it. And I can speak on it as I please. So with my unbiased, because I don't typically buy Seikos, I have the Big Tuna, which is one of my favorite watches, to be honest with you. Solar powered. This is not that. But first impressions, it's a pretty decent watch. You got a nice little crown right here with the knurling. I think this is the crown they go with, oh, come on, focus. This is the crown that they use for most of their watches. Relatively pretty. It's a diver, so the whole face rotates. The whole face rotates. I don't know what people use divers for, nor am I interested. But if you're not good at reading the time, it does help you because it's lined up with the minutes, going all the way to 60, so you can tell 10:36 real easy. As long as you know the top end of the watch, you'll be fine. All right, now let's go over some specs. This is a 10-bar watch with the crown, or not the crown, the dial is a little bit angled at the in between the 3 and the 6. So I don't know if that's a 45-degree angle. No, depending on how you're looking at it, but it's not at the 90-degree angle as you used to. Not a good thing, not a bad thing, but it is protected, so it kind of flows into your wrist, so that's pretty good. The model number, or the caliper number, is the 4R36, and it's automatic with manual winding capacities. And it lasts if it's winded, it lasts around 41 hours. The stainless steel, the glass is hard X. The clasp is a trifold clasp with secure lock, push button release, which I absolutely hate. The lights, do illuminate for nighttime. If it sits in the sun too, it'll get really bright. So I suggest you store this in like a dark place, because Anyway, 10 bars. It's about a 43 millimeter wide, relatively thick watch, coming in at around 13 millimeters. And the whole situation, like from top to bottom, is gonna be 46. It's a screw back, see-through black. Unidirectional rotation bezel. I just showed you that, so I can't really take it off, but at the angle you can see through the back, and you can see the movement. that winding piece they use. 24 jewel. You can see the little, I can't show it to you. Okay, that was a good look. Yeah, you can see the little jewel in the movement right here. And that just has the date. The date and the time comes in Spanish and English. And after 41 hours, you do have to wind this yourself. So if you're not actively, this is more of an everyday watch if you ask me, because if you're not actively using it, you'd have to wind it every time you put it on. So, you know, that's something you got to keep in mind, because you can start the day thinking that you might think that it's literally like 12 o'clock when it's really earlier or later. So, and like I said, the bezel rotates in one direction. You can change it to what you need. I think you can do that for whatever. I don't know why people do it. So that's the specs of the watch. Now, what are the pros? Pros is a relatively like heavy watch, so you'll know you have it on. I'm not a fan for heavy watches, but the package at the 43 millimeter diameter and the weight, you'll know you have it on. And then you know, but it's compact. It's not like a diesel watch, you know, diesel watches are diesel. I mean, they take up your whole wrist. Look like a you know, things that the Power Rangers used whenever they needed to summon their Megazords or whatever. The colors are coming. The green specifically, the emerald green or royal green, however you want to look at this. I really adore that. I think that that's a good look for the watch. Let's get you nice and close. I like the brushed stainless steel, and I like the 24 jewel movement. I don't really like that, but I like that I have it, and I like the fact that, you know, you gotta wind it though, but it can last. If you wear it every day, you never have to really wind this watch. As long as you're moving around, the watch will be fine. So that's some of the pros. The cons are that the watch is really heavy. I don't know, is that like an angle? It's not me. It might be me. I don't know. The watch is pretty heavy, so you know it will hit things a little bit harder. The crystal is not like sapphire or anything like that, and I don't expect it at $295, but it is relatively hard. But it's not clear. I can't really translate this in the photo or the video, but it has like a ghost looking foggy look to it that I think doesn't really work, because at an angle, if you're looking at the watch, it kind of gives off a hazy look. So I'm not really a big fan of that. The winding thing is great, because if you wear it every day, you ain't got to worry about it. But if you don't wear this watch every day, you kind of have to make a mental note that you have to wind it, or you have to set the time before the day starts, because if you don't, you're gonna walk around at the wrong time. That sucks. Another thing, while it looks good on the wrist, I think this is cons. I don't know if I said we were going into cons, but now we're going into cons. Or we've been in the cons, and now we're gonna linger in the cons. The clasp, I don't like it because it gives this weird hump right here. Because when you dial down the watch so that it can fit your wrist, you tend to, that piece right here, if you want to get it really fine-tuned, it tends to bulge out. Now, no one notices it, but I just don't like the feel of it in the bracelet, nor do I like the look, which is why I'm not a big fan of the tri-clasp, the tri-fold clasp, secure lock, push button type thing, because I don't think I prefer the butterfly. I think it's just an easier position to take, and it evenly expands the bracelet and contracts it. So I'm a big fan of that. Not so much of this, but I do like this specific watch because it looks really good. It looks good on your wrist. There's like a weird cant to it though. Comment down below and let me know what's going on with that. I can't really explain it. But looking at the watch, you're gonna have like, it looks like it comes down at an angle. And I don't know why that is. So it's kind of weird. I don't know if it's because it's on the wrist so you can see the watch better. So I don't know. Anyway, that's the Seiko 5 Sports. If you like to watch, subscribe, hit the like button, comment down below. Let me know what you think. Let me know what your favorite Seiko is. Let me know what your favorite watch is, really, because, you know, it's important that we know. We all know the expensive. How about the more affordable watches, right? So comment down below, hit that like, hit that sub. Check me out on all your platforms, Patreon, Instagram, not Facebook though. So most platforms, and check out www.ayodani.com for more, how you can support the channel, etc., etc. Thank you for watching. Stay safe. One.